We made it back to Sarasota after 22 days, 6,500 miles, 570 gallons of gas, and 9 states. And we made it back in one piece.
No place like home.
No place like home. The last time we talked, we were leaving Vegas. We stayed at a great park, and we heard that the weather was going to be bad. Our original plan was to go to Oklahoma City to see the memorial there, and then to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas, but we decided because of the terrible weather, we would start heading south.
Wind and tornadoes was not where we wanted to be.
It was, and we started getting to some high elevations.
Yeah.
We're up 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a win-win, because our windshield wiper sprayer was malfunctioning, and it started to get wet and snowy, so it cleaned off our window.
Yeah.
And because you're at 6,000, you didn't have to drink as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they say. So it was a win-win, and I am a Pollyanna.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Take the opportunity.
And as we started heading south, we were just going to start whatever we saw.
Yeah.
If we saw a sign that was Billy the Kid's grave, we'd go to it.
We had quite a few surprises.
And one of the first ones was we saw the Petrified Forest.
Yeah.
And we talked and discussed it, and I have been interested in that since I was a child, so we stopped.
Yeah. It was very interesting.
It was.
It's the only national forest that contains the Route 66.
That's right.
Famous old Route 66, and that was interesting. It wasn't really a forest. It was logs, but they were petrified, and found out more about what that meant. The petrified trees have a lot of color, and the color comes from different minerals. And so some minerals cause the white, and then the blue and the purple, and then the red and the yellow come from rust. So it was really...
It really was overwhelming. It's more like a stone, a petrified stone.
But they were huge.
They were big.
Very large.
And you keep going through them to find that perfect picture, that perfect log, but you can't.
Everyone's different.
And you turn around and the RV's as big as a matchbox.
We walked that far.
And so we left there, and we spent the night, and the next morning when we got up, there was a young woman taking down her motorhome, same time I was. She had a travel trailer, and I asked her, I said, "Are you alone?" And she says, "Yes, I am." She says, "I'm traveling from San Diego to Spring Hill, Florida. And it's just about the same route we were on." And we talked back and forth a little bit, and I decided to knock on the door, and you came out and you met her. And she had a wonderful story.
A nurse.
She had never met her sister.
Right.
They had communicated on Facebook and email, but she was going to Missouri to meet her sister for the first time. She had a 25-foot travel trailer with a pickup truck and 3 dogs.
Yeah.
But she was really ballsy. She was...
Like the independent.
She seemed like a very nice person. And we took off...
Can we see her picture?
Yeah, I asked for a picture, and she took a picture with me. And then we started traveling further. We saw a sign about a crater.
Yeah.
And so I decided, we're here, we better go. So we drive up to this area, and it's called the meteor crater. And 50,000 years ago, a bolt of light came through the sky, and boom, like 20,000 tons of TNT, and hit the Earth.
The old pictures of it were really amazing.
And it left, like almost a 4,000 foot wide and almost a 600 foot deep hole.
Oh, yes.
But they have a very nice facility there. It's very windy. I almost lost Kat. I needed to tie an anchor to her ass because, I mean, it was terrible.
I didn't even go up to the top part. It blew 3 men's hats off while I was up there, and they did not go to retrieve their hats.
And the wind never stopped.
No, it was.
It was very hard to keep the motor. As a matter of fact, it was hitting all the bells and whistles, and it hit my skid control.
Yeah, the
because
cruise
of the
control
wind.
one, yeah.
We had to stop, and I had to call a Mercedes dealer, and he said it's just because of the wind. And
Either that or they're tired of talking to us.
as we're driving down, I see hundreds of wind turbines.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, they're all running, so they can obviously see a football game, because you know when they stop, you can't watch TV. And we did some investigation, and it's Texas' largest turbine farm, just north of Sweetwater. And I think there were almost 675 turbines. But it's been an adventure. Oh, and we also saw the Billy the Kid Museum. And a gentleman named Ed Sweet from Applegate, Michigan, kind of contact, he started this years and years ago. And he decided that it was probably a good idea to collect Billy the Kid, because he was kind of the most well-known outlaw. And they authenticate everything. It has to be a letter, a picture, a document, but what you see, if it isn't a replica, they show you the verification of that it is. And the grave wasn't very far, so we went down to see the grave. It's in a steel barred jail because people keep stealing it. Young kids took it once, and a truck driver took it again, and so they had to lock it up. And I wanted to go back and speak to the gentleman behind the counter.
Yes.
And everybody was gone. He was just shutting off the lights, and I started talking to him. I said, "Can we get a picture?" And he said, "Sure." So I shook his hand, took a picture. We talked a little bit about his history. I mean, the guy is so knowledgeable and so kind.
Yeah.
And he said,
Great old guy.
"Wait a minute."
Yeah.
And he went into his office, and he came out with a cowboy hat. He says, "Put this cowboy hat on. You look more authentic." So we took another picture, and it was a great adventure. We've had a great time. We're glad to be home. We're looking forward to the next one. It's going to be a while, though. I need to rejuvenate myself.
Unwind, lots to do here at home.
But we had a great time. Thanks for watching. And one thing before we leave, I want to give a shout out to Julie Miles Tetworth. She's going through some issues in Big Rapids. If you send all your positive vibes. I'm a true believer that we can transfer energy. Every cancer is different. We're survivors, and everyone is unique to the person.
We're thinking about you, Julie.
But thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.